nikienda church mimi ningemwambia cheki beba tishu mbili. So church wananunua tishu na kwa choo. Kama hizo enzi watu tishu zilikuwa zinapoteanga church. Sisi ndio tulikuwa tunaiba tishu na church. Hello my beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to this channel, karibu sana. If you are a returning subscriber, make sure that you comment, you like and share this video with your loved ones. Okay, with your loved ones. And if you have not subscribed, kindly hit that notification bell. Subscribe and hit the notification bell that any moment I post a new video, you will be the first person to be notified. Now, today I want to share my life story. Okay, I want to share about my life story and how I became a sex addict. How I became a sex addict and what made me become a sex addict. So I will start my story. I think it will have some parts. I want to share it like a storybook. I want to give it out like a storybook. Maybe my part of life will become a help to other person who is going through the same thing. Hello, who might be going through the same thing. Now look here, I'm a firstborn coming from a humble background in a place called Ngunyi. Okay, I'm a humble person. Now I come from a family whereby we were born 9 of us and one of us died along the way. So I'm the firstborn of that family. I have other 7 siblings following me behind. Then we have 3 boys and 5 girls. Some are married, even the boys, some are married. Now before I go deeper into my story, I would like to say that sometimes in life it is very hard when somebody goes through a moment whereby you lose your parents and you lose them in the same year, you lose them at a go. Okay, sometimes it pains heart, inaumiza moyo sana when somebody goes through that. Like for me, I lost all my parents in the year 2003, and my father met a tragic accident. He was hit by a car and died on the spot. Then the same year, my mother also passed on towards the end of the year. Then we buried her. That is, it was in the year 2003, I think so. So after my parents left us, we were left with no one to handle us, so we were scattered. Some of my siblings went to stay with my aunties. Others, me and my brother, we went to stay at my grandmother's place where my mother was born. So we went to stay there. So when we went there, things were not good. I was in Form 1. I was taken back to class 7. Guys, I was taken back to class 7 to start again. But I thank God that I was very sharp. And through my sharpness, I managed to get good points. From class 8. I managed to get good points, which managed me to called into the best school. Okay, it was a national school. I was called into the best school. Now I remember when it reached a moment whereby I wanted to join Form 1. I went to one of my aunt to share with her about how I passed and everything. They told me I'm a big man, so I should go and continue with my life. I found it very awkward because I decided I wanted to become a lawyer. I wanted to become somebody in life. But they decided to shatter my dream in the name of I'm not their child. Okay. So that thing hurted me so much. It pained me. It brought me down to my knees because I didn't imagine. It was not my desire to have such kind of a life. So they messed my life around. Then later they chased me away. So after chasing me away, I went back home. So after going home, the place that I was living in my mother's house, my father's house. I was living in my father's house that was built back in the village. So I went and stayed there. Guys, I don't have a job. I don't have anything. I don't have any support where to get support to support myself. I was staying in a place, that place we call it Kunda, because many of my uncles have built their homes outside. Wameguludala, okay? Wameguludala, yani they have built outside, wametoka kwa hiyo boma, okay? So after that, I stayed at that place, and I said to myself that by God's help, one day I will reach somewhere in life, but I will not hate anyone, okay? Sorry, I will not hate anyone in life. Now, it reaches a moment where life was terribly hard. And I didn't know where to start. So comes this my can I call her, is it niece or nephew? Okay. At our home we call them sis, big sis. So she came to me and asked me if I could help her by nikuwe shamba boy, nikuwe namlindia boma. So I stay in her homestead. She because she doesn't stay there. So I went and stayed there. I went and stayed there for some time. Now I had a bicycle that was the only inheritance that my father left for me. The only inheritance was bicycle. But we thank God, hizo enzi kuwa na bicycle was a very very, yani kitu ingine ya muhimu sana in life. So I stayed there. Then I remember one night while I was asleep, I remember there were guys at that home. Those guys came, watu walinipiga bro. They beat me bad sana. Then they stole my bike. They took everything in that place. Waliiba kila kitu. Then my big sis said that I colluded with them to steal things in that home. I colluded with them. Somebody who has never stole or steal. I have never even tried to hata kuiba tu mahindi kwa shamba. I've never tried that. But now they are accusing me of stealing. Okay. So it hurted me. It gave me pain. I left that home and go back to my father's house again. So I stayed in my father's house. I was sleeping hungry. I was very thin. Life was unbearable. I started farming for people, for me to get at least money to survive at home. It was very hurting. And I was praying for God to help me, at least for me to have a better life. Now, along the way, God talked to a lady. Those days she was not married. God talked to her and God told her that I want you to become a help to this young boy. So the lady is called Mary Kavuli. Right now she's a pastor. She's a pastor at I think a place called Sega. Before you reach Uganda, Busia. So this lady called me and told me God told her to help me, to stand together with me. So this lady assured me of one thing, that every Wednesday I should go to her workplace. She was working at a veterinary place, shop. She was working at a veterinary shop. Then she told me that she wanted me to be going and take 50 bob every Wednesday. So those days, mahindi ya kusiaga, gorogoro moja was 15 shillings. Plus kusiaga 5 bob, that is 20 shillings those days. Si kama sai. So omena blue band moja was 10 bob. So nikitumia 20 plus 10 hiyo ni 30. Alafu sukari quarter ilikuanga 11 shillings. So nikitumia hiyo inakuja 41. Na baki na 9 bob. So hii 9 bob ingenisaidia kununua mafuta ile ya kupima, inaitwa nyakatuda, we call it nyakatuda. So ningenunua hiyo mafuta kwa sababu ya kukaranga ile omena. Now, the game changer in this story is hiyo omena ndio alpha na omega kwa maisha yangu. I ate omena for one full year. I ate omena for one good year. Kwa sababu gani? That was the only diet that I have. I don't have another money because nangoja till next Wednesday for me to get another 50 bob ili nunue another omena. Let me tell you my friends, sasa I stayed there at my father's house. Nilikuwa nalala sitting room because at our place you are not supposed, because ushaanza kujua wanawake, you are not supposed to sleep in their bedroom. You must sleep in the sitting room. Okay, you must sleep in the sitting room. So kwa sababu sijichafue, so nilikuwa nalalanga sitting room, nimechukua kitanda yangu, I placed my bed in the sitting room, so that is the place that I was sleeping. Then the house was, kwa sababu ilikuwa imeshanyeshewa, the house was not okay. Okay, the house was not okay, it was shaky, but I was staying inside, believing God and trusting God. Things were not okay. So I remember working hard towards making it in life. Okay, so I decided to work on my musical skill. So on working on my musical skill, I wanted my life to be different. From that one. So I believed that through music, my life would be better. Okay, my life would be better, and I will make it. So everywhere I was praying that watu wakufe ndio niende nicheze muziki kwa matanga, niende nicheze piano kwa matanga, at least in the morning napewa 300 ama sometimes 200, and nilikuwa inanisaidia somehow, by the way. So something happened ya kwamba every Saturday nilikuwa naenda matanga Rita on Friday, every Friday night. So unapata niko Sega, niko Jera, niko Gunja, niko a place called Ngunya, a place called Ambira, itwa Siholo. Nilikuwa nacheza tu music. So God sustained me throughout your period. Now along all this, there were things that were happening which were not good, because I remember my own people called me names. Some gave me bad names. Mara mimi ni witch doctor, mara sijui mimi ni night runner. They gave me difficult names. So I felt like it was not right for them to do that, because I was very innocent. I don't know how night runners do their thing. I don't know that. I don't know how they do their thing. So they said that I was bad. It's okay. So I continued my playing of music. I continued like that the first year, the second year. Then an opportunity came for me to come to Nairobi. So I decided to come to Nairobi by myself. Okay, I talked to my uncle. I asked him if I could come. Then he told me that you just come, everything is in place. Bro, let me tell you, wakati nilitoka Ushago Ugunja, I reached Nairobi. Ilikuwa saa ngapi? Ilikuwa saa 8 saa 9 jioni. Saa 8 saa 9. Wakati nilifika tu Nairobi, bam, my uncle kazima simu. And it is my first time in Nairobi. Nimesimamishwa pale Ambassador. Tuliwachwa, magari za kutoka Ushago zilikuwa zinakujanga pale Ambassador, zinakuacha hapa Ambassador. So nikawachwa Ambassador. So mimi I thought Nairobi ni kama place yetu ya Ugunja, whereby wakati watu wameshuka tu town, unapita kichorochoro hivi umefika kwa anko mwali anakaa. I didn't know ya kwamba kumbe anko anaishi mwisho wa dunia. Okay, I didn't know anaishi dunia nyingine. Village life is now wow. Village life is bad. Watu wenye mnakaa Ushago, tafadhali mchanuke mkuje town. Ujue venye town ndiko mwachenge tu kuangalia vitu kwa gazeti, and you assume you know Kenya. Walk. Kuja Nairobi ndio ujue maisha venye iko tofauti. Everything is difficult. Kila kitu ni tofauti venye unafikiria. Now when life become unbearable with me down, hizo matime nimejaribu kupiga. I called a friend, but this friend tulikuwa naye Bible school. He is called Mwendambali. So Mwendambali told me to go to his house. Akaniuliza uko na pesa? Nikamwambia niko nayo. Akaniambia tafuta venye unapanda gari za kukuja Comarox hapo ndio mimi nakaa, utakuja ukae na mimi. So I was told while I was in the village kwamba don't trust anyone in town. Wanaweza kudanganya upate ya kwamba ati mtu anakuambia mali unaenda ni hii side, unajipata kurungai na kumbe place yenye nafaa uende ni Utawala. So I didn't trust anyone. I trusted a small boy mwenye ametoka shule. So nikauliza ile kijana, nataka gari, kupanda gari zenye zinaenda Comarox. Then the small boy tells me, "Oh yeah, follow me." Pesa mimi kazi yangu namfuata na sijui. Jesus, I follow the small boy. Shoo. Tukaenda naye, kijana kapita na mimi. Ndio huyo tumeingia Mudhura market. Na mimi sijui ni Mudhura market. Tumeingia, ni makelele tu nashindwa. What kind of a place? Soko ni gani? You are making noise. Town yetu ya Ugunja inaga makelele hivi, but this one is too much. I followed the boy. Akaenda kanipeleka hizi magari hizi lori hizi zenye zinakuanga hapo hizi za kujua ya kwenda Kayole, nikazipanda. Gari katoka na sisi. Shoo. So mimi kushuka ndio hiyo naona City Stadium. Nasema huko ndio kuna stadium. Unajua sisi tumezoea zile fields za shule, zile za ushago. So naangalia, natembea nikiangalia. Natoa kichwa kwa dirisha. Naangalia ile kia sisi tumeiacha nyuma. Ile ndio town. Kwa sababu sikupitishwa. Nilishukishwa Ambassador, lakini sikujua venyewe kijana nilipisha hapa nyuma ya Moi Avenue. Juu nikajipata Ronald Ngala. Nikateremka hivyo chini mpaka Mudhuru. So sikujua town inakaa aje. Town nilikuja nikajua baadaye. So kuteremka ndio hiyo. I found myself tumekuja mpaka Masimba. So kufika Masimba gari ilikuwa inaingilia Soweto. So the small boy tells me, shukia hapa, enda na hiyo barabara straight. Utapita barabara ya kwanza, then barabara ya pili ndio ya Comarox, phase 3A. So I went. So going to that place, nilitembea nikaona ni distance refu, but ilikuwa distance fupi sana, but niliona ni refu, but it was far. So I went. So going to that place nikapotea. Mimi nikafikiria tu nikifika hiyo Comarox phase 3A kuna nyumba yenye imeandikwa Mwenda Mbali. Imeandikwa kwa mlango Mwenda Mbali, you just go straight to the house. I went and I met another woman there. Alikuwa anafunga kazi jioni. So I went and I sat with her. So I sat there, I gave her the story. I was telling her when nimekuja Nairobi nimekuwa disappointed with my own uncle. Okay? With my own uncle, your own people. Disappointed. So I felt bad and I said it's okay the way you have decided. So me I decided to say that mama, nikasema kwamba kama nitaenda na yeye nitaanza life kesho, but for today because kumefika usiku I don't know where to go. So while I was staying there, then I saw this Congolese guy wanapita, nikaenda nikamsalamia by faith. Hi sasa poa. Nikamuuliza, do you know Mwenda Mbali? Akaniambia, which Mwenda Mbali? Chirimwani mama huu. Nikamwambia, yes, that name, Chirimwani. Then the guy said, yes, I know him. I want to go to his place, but I don't know. That's why nimekuwa hapa. Akaniambia, follow me. So I followed the guy, akanipeleka kwa nyumba ya Mwenda Mbali. And that is how I reached his house it was at 6:30. Na walikuwa wanaenda service. Niliingia hivyo, akaniambia tutoke to the service. So I went with them kwa service. Walikuwa na church service somewhere. So it happened that there is a friend of mine called Mwangemi, was the one that was playing piano there. So me, I went there, I sat down, tukamaliza service. So after kumaliza service, I decided, okay, jioni ilipofika tukaenda kutafuta chakula ya kupika, tukaenda tukapika. Then that night that man told me, tomorrow morning nataka urudi home ushago. My friend, that was on a Saturday. Yes, it was on a Saturday. I want you to go back to the village. Nikakumbuka nimetashaka ushago, tena nirudi tena huko. No. I'd rather be a gate man here than going back to the village. I refused. I told him I will not go. Wacha mimi nikae hapa nikufuliage nguo, nitakuwa house boy in this house. Lakini sitarudi ushago. That one I promise you, I guarantee you, I will not go back to the village. I refuse to go back to the village. Kufika asubuhi, Mwangemi akaitwa, kumbe akaenda kwa meeting nyingine somewhere. So church ya pastor Mwendambani hakukuwa na pianist. So akashinda vile anaweza nifukuza asubuhi, akaniambia nimchezee piano. So I started playing piano in his church. So Mwangemi never came back again. So Mwangemi left. So I stayed there. Okay, so I stayed in that place. So I started helping him in do stuff. Amen. Yeah, those stuff, the church. So we pushed time, we pushed, mwaka ikaisha. So wakati mwaka iliisha, I started to go and look for my own place ili mimi pia nianze life. So that is how I started my life in Nairobi. So after that nikajiestablish, I started my own house, and I started nimenunua kitanda peke yake na kiti moja ya 2 inch. Na before I nunue kiti, I went to, because nilijielewa, okay, I went to another church because they were paying me good. Was it 7,000 or 5,000? Yeah, 5,000 shillings per month. So I went to that church. Then they gave me a job to do. So wakati walinipea job in that church, my first salary, at least ningelipa nyumba, because nyumba ilikuwa nalipa 2,000, now na remain 3,000. So this 3,000 nilienda nikachukua kiti ya 2-seater 2,000, nikabaki na 1,000. Life haikuwa ngumu kama saa. So at least 1,000 ninge to push mpaka muda fulani. So in that church also, God gave me a guardian angel. There was another mama again who was assisting me every time tumekuwa na Wednesday meeting, anakuja na nipea 100 every Wednesday. So she's called Jackie. So every Wednesday ni Muluya. So every Wednesday angekuja service ananipea 100 ama ananipea 50 bob. So I was living well by the help of God. Okay, I was living well, life haikuwa mbaya. So hiyo moment I was just okay, I was very innocent, sikuwa nimeingia kwa stories za madem nini. Now wakati nilikuwa na kapo, I was staying with men in my house. I was staying with my brother Eric, I was staying with Mwangemi, I was not staying with Mwangemi, I was staying with Eric, I was staying with Ben, and I was staying with my brother George. Okay, I was staying with my brother George. So I remember tulikuwa tunakaa somewhere in Kayole huku chini, huku kona. So we stayed in that place for quite a long time. So in that place I met a lady, and this lady was in school. She was in Form 4. Her name is called Josephine. So I met her. So after meeting her, we started it's like kujuana, kudate, kama hizo. So she told me it is not good. It is very hard for Luos to date the Kikuyus and whatever, because of stuff. Zawajalu, number one, they are uncircumcised. They are not circumcised. Okay. So the lady told me, if you want me to be your friend, to be your girlfriend, you must be circumcised. Bro, I asked myself, is it okay? So I did my thing, and I made sure that by the following year I was circumcised. Okay, I was circumcised by the following year. So I came to her and I told her, now I'm a man. I'm a man. Ili kamili. After telling her that I'm a man, the lady fell in love with me. So I did that thing. Okay, I did that thing. We call it karakara. So I did that thing. So after doing that thing, the lady fell in love with me more. So one day mimi niko kwa nyumba, nashtuka chini ya kitanda, somebody has thrown juala ingine hapo na shindwa ni nani yeye amefanya hivyo. And I was staying with my brothers. Kwenda kuangalia my friend, napata masuruari, napata what it's called what. Napata mabra ziko hapo ndani. So nikashindwa ni za nani. Okay, literally nilikuja nikajua later ya kwamba ni zake. Okay. So along the way, it forced me now to be a man enough. I started telling everybody that was in my house, including Mwangemi. I told them that it has reached a moment whereby every person must go and look for his or her own place. Please, tafadhali kila mtu aanze kutoka, because nimeanza kuwa na girlfriend. So at least nimeanza kuwa mwanaume Nairobi. So kila mtu ajipange. Brother yangu left, Benja left, Ben left, Mangemi Pia left. So all of them, they left. So I remained with this lady. So the lady came and decided, let me stay with you. So the lady was doing her Form 4 class and she stayed with me. She was staying with me at the same time. So she felt terribly. I tell you that she felt terribly just because of me. So we stayed together. So after that, we started hustling. After kufunga shule, we started hustling, and the life was terrible. Let me tell you, there is a moment whereby poverty becomes hard on somebody. Mpaka hata wewe mwenyewe unajua you are poor, you know that you are very poor. For real, you know very well that you are very poor. So I remember this day tulikuwa tumekosa mpaka food. Tulikuwa tunaenda kwa mashamba za watu kuchuna matawi ya maharagwe ndio tukule na udeni. Tulikuwa tunaenda kuchuna matawi ya maharagwe. So tulikuwa tunaenda kwa shamba za watu na tukienda church. It is good to confess now. Tukienda church, mimi tungemwambia cheki beba tissue 2. So church wananunua tissue na kwa choo. Kama hizo enzi watu tissue zilikuwa zinapoteanga church. Sisi ndio tulikuwa tunaiba tissue za church. Okay, tulikuwa tunaibanga tissue za kanisa. Let me tell you the truth. Poverty is bad. Ambapo ulikuwa unaenda church mapema ndio at least upate kama kuna mtu alikuwa mwaja sadaka kwenye madhabahu ili uchukue. To make it worse, kuna mwenye alikuwa anawachanga sadaka hizo ili niibe. Life was unbearable and we stayed with this lady. Sasa tunaishi single na tunalala chini, kuna kitanda. Hakukuwa na kitanda and she stayed with me. Aliishi na mimi. Life was bad. Kila kitu ilikuwa ngumu. Tulikuwa tunaishi na maisha ya kunywanga, ilikuwa stormoti. Hatungeweza kuafford hata kununua maziwa na this lady. Hatungeweza kuafford hata kubuy maziwa. Kila kitu ilikuwa ngumu. Tukichange diet ni omena. Kwa tunaishi maisha ngumu. Poverty was real. But I thank God for her because alisimama na mimi. Now where the wind started beating us, whereby nowadays, now I know. Sometimes before you marry a small girl, I'm talking about small girl, at a tender age, put in mind that one day this lady will mature up. She will come to know more things. And that marriage of yours will not work. Mtakuwa na mashida, mtakuwa mnasumbuana every now and then. Because I remember tulikuja along the way akapata mimba na kazaa mtoto. Okay, mtoto wa kwanza. So after kuzaa mtoto wa kwanza, our relationship was on and off. Leo tuko, kesho hatuko. Leo tuko, kesho hatuko. Leo tuko, kesho hatuko. Leo tuko. Hivyo. So marriage yetu ilikuwa mbaya. Our marriage was bad. Tulikuwa tunapigana. The lady was slapping me like something else. The lady was, and she was beautiful. Oh, she was beautiful. My friend, she was slapping me. Nilikuwa nimekalia chapati. Because number one, she was taller than me. She was very tall. So mimi nilikuwa nakuwa intimidated. I was being frustrated in that house. But she stayed in that our poverty level. Anivumilia. So after there, tukahama. So kuhama, God opened the door and we bought our first bed. Kitanda yenye nilienda nikanunua kitanda ya 4x6 na mattress yetu ni 3.5. So mattress ukiweka haitoshi kitanda. So tukakuja tukahama. So tukaishi place fulani. So kuenda kuishi place fulani, tukasumbuana tena, tukaachana. She went to her place to Gachagua. So after kuachana, mimi I decided now to go and stay alone again. So nikamwachia kila kitu yenye ilikuwa, nikaenda nikakaa place huko Masimba. I stayed there. Then after staying there, then we reconciled again. No, I nilitafutanga girlfriend Mkamba. So I decided to nikasema wacha ni move on. I'm tired with this kind of life. Kila wakati napigwa kama mwanamke na mwanamke ananipiga. No, I refuse that kind of life. So nikatafuta game kingine kakamba, nikasema wacha nikae. Kajua chike mpio. Wakakuja wakavurugana wanataka kudungana visu. My friend, life was bad. So wakati kulienda hivyo kikaumana, she decided to stay with me. Okay, she decided now to stay. So Mkamba kutolewa na akaiba kila kitu yenye nilikuwa nimenunua kwa ile hiyo. She left with everything. TVs, nini alibeba paka mattress. Mimi natoka job na kuja napata nyumba imeporwa. Kila kitu hakuna kwa hiyo house. Life. So along the way tukarudiana. So kurudiana kidogo tukakuja tena tukakosana. So kukosana chenye nilifanya tukakosana ni she left me in the house alone with a small child, the other child. Then I heard that yeye alienda kutoa ex wake kwa pale inaitwa Kumekucha police station. Alienda kutoa ex wake kule. So kwenda kutoa ex wake, walitoa ex wake na akaenda kulala kwa ex wake. Okay, akaenda kulala kwa ex wake. So mimi nimekaa hapo baridi na nipiga kwa balcony na mtoto anashinda akiniuliza mami yako wapi? Mama ameenda mzima siku. So kurudi tukakosana beyond repair. Tulikosana. Later tukakosana, akaenda home. Later anakuja ananiambia ati I'm pregnant. So wakati nilikuja na story ya pregnancy, I doubted that pregnancy kabisa 100%. I doubted that pregnancy because later stories zikatokezea kwamba even the ex-boyfriend was claiming that the child was his. Na mimi nasema mtoto ni wangu. So ikawa kuna contention pale between me and the guy. Until we met again, I met with the guy. So after meeting with the guy, we discussed that issues. Na jamaa ikawa ya kwamba ana claim because anasema ya kwamba most of the time while I was away nimeenda job zangu, the lady could sneak to his place. And the lady said that anaishi peke yake. Okay, anaishi peke yake. So along the way it means a lot. Kuna kitu ilikuwa ina happen. There was something that was going on which was not right. So that is something that ilinikwaza because mkuja tukaachana kwa njia mbaya. The lady ilikuwa war, ilikuwa fight, akanidunga paka na kisu huko kwa mgongo. It was bad. It was fight. Tulikuwa tunapigana kila siku. Tulikuwa tunachapana. Things were not right. Kila siku ilikuwa ni kupigana. So when tuliachana kwa njia mbaya, so kila mtu akaenda njia zake. And that is how now I started a life of I wanted now to revenge on ladies. So I started a journey that I will never fall in love with any lady. I will just use them and dump them. Na hata sikuwa na sura mzuri, nilikuwa na pimples kwa uso, nilikuwa hata ndevu haiko mzuri. I was just nilikuwa tu najaribu life. Okay, I was trying life. Things were not okay. I was just trying life. So I tried that. Then I became a sex addict. Whereby ningelala na wasichana watatu kwa siku moja. In fact nikaambiwa ya kwamba Victor, wewe venye tunaona unaendelea, one day utapata ugonjwa na utakufa. I did that because I felt like nobody loved me, nobody treasured me, nobody. In fact, I was looking for somebody to give me a motherly love. So this thing ikakuja in a bad manner whereby I became a sex addict. Nilikuwa na siwezi maliza siku, yani singeweza kosa kulala na msichana. Ningeita msichana kwangu saa 4 asubuhi, anatoka saa 7, saa 8 to saa 9 kuna mwenye ameingia. Kuna mwenye anakuja na spend kwangu usiku. Unanielewa? Kuna mwenye anakuja na spend kwangu usiku. It became something yenye ilikuwa inanipeleka na sasa naishi Kayole. Nilikuwa naishi Kayole. Maisha ni ngumu, sina pesa, but I'm a sex addict. Unaona? Nililala na wasichana wengi. Na nishika. I slept with many ladies after that. Like my life was bad. Ningewadanganya, and I knew how to plan them. Yenye wangekutana na wangekosana. Mwenye amekuja asubuhi hawezi jua kama kuna mwenye alikuja saa 8 na kuna mwenye alikuja usiku akalala. Kesho akikuja everything is just fine, kila kitu inaendelea sawa. So that life was bad. It was a very bad life. It was a very bad occasion in my life. So I remember there is a man of God who came. And told me, ya kwamba, Victor, what you are doing is not right. God wants to use you, but you are messing your body. God wants to use you, but you are messing your body. What you should do, stop that thing, stop that nonsense that you are doing, stop it, and focus on your lane, focus on your ministry work, focus on your ministry. That is what that man of God told me. Focus on your ministry. If you want God to take you higher, focus on your ministry. Brethren, let me tell you something. Being a sex addict is not something that is good, because you find that your sexual urge is very high. You have high libido, whereby you can never get satisfied with one lady. It was very hard for me, and a very painful moment, whereby unakuja unalala na madem, usiki uchungu, the following day the same thing, hiyo siku nyingine. So ikawa ya kwamba even wiki haiwezi isha kabla sijafanya maisha kama hiyo. So that life messed my life, mpaka ikanifikisha to a level whereby nikaanza kuishi maisha ya masturbation. Okay, nikaanza kuishi pia maisha ya masturbation, because I was not getting satisfied with this lady. It was a demon that was operating in me. Ningekatia dem mchana, usiku tumemalizana. Okay, so even me nikaanza kuona kama mimi ni bingwa. I feared going to test myself, HIV test. I feared kabisa, niliogopa, because I knew what I did before. Nikijaribu kwenda usiku kwenda kupimwa, seriously ningepatikana niko vibaya, ningepatikana niko HIV positive. So after all this, one day I sat down by myself. Then I asked myself questions. For how long will I continue with this kind of life? Because I've slept with many ladies and there is nothing, I'm achieving nothing. Saizo sexual urge inaongezeka tu. Then I joined another church. So when I joined another church in Ruai. So when I joined another church in Ruai. So I stayed there. Nikaanza pali bado niko kulala na huyu. Things were not working, my friend. When you sleep around with ladies, number one, pesa zinapoteanga. Nilikuwa nakosa pesa. Saa zingine nakosa, natembea miguu, nakosa fare. Things were bad. So until I met this man of God called Biakama. Mwangemi was working there. So Mwangemi connected me one day. Alikuwa ametravel sijui ameenda Western. So Mwangemi told me to go to that place. Niende nifanye nini? Nianze kucheza keyboard kule. So I went to that place. So when I went to Sound of Abundance, I sat under that man of God, and that man of God alijua my character. I don't know how. He knew my character. Then he called me and he talked to me. He cautioned me about that. He cautioned me about that lifestyle in Kwanaka. And he told me I'm a man of God and I need to work on myself. I need to work on my ministry. He guided me. He challenged me. Wakati alinieleza hivyo, when he told me that, I saw it that it was not good kuendelea na new lifestyle. So I tried stopping. Okay? I tried stopping that kind of life because it was bad. Kama ni mambo na pornography ningeshidia hapo. Nilikuwa naishi maisha mbaya. I was living a very bad life. So I stopped and I decided now, no matter what, let me go niende visitini nipimwe. Kama niko na HIV nianza kumeza tembe. So one day nikaenda OC kwenda kupimwa. Nikafika kwa mlango nikakumbuka tu, hey, child, let me go back. So sijui, I had something in my tongue yenye ngeconvincing wasichana. Yaani ningeconvince haraka sana. Hata dema kazi ya kwamba you must use CD. At the end of the day, my friend, I will not use that thing. nitaskata bila, nitachomoa bila kujua, kitu nyama kwa nyama. I was very bad. Yani I say, like I said before, it was a demon that was operating in me. I became a sex addict. Siku moja I remember ilinifikisha mpaka mahali usiku nimetoka kwa hao, nimeenda pale kwa Dio. Nilikuwa naishi Kayole, nimeenda pale kwa Dio, nimeenda kusimamisha wale prostitutes, wale wasichana prostitutes hapo. Nimeenda kubagini. Nimeenda kumuuliza sasa mnafanya aje biashara? Then the lady tells me kuna shot. Sasa mimi sikuwa najua kuna shot. Ananiambia we have shot, kuna shot ya kwanza, sijui shot ya pili, vitu kama hizo. Kananiambia ukitaka shot moja ni 250, shot mbili ni 500, the whole night ni 1500. Nikamwambia so the whole night ni 1500 and I had money. So I told her give me your number, nifike home then I call you nikueleze mahali uko. So she gave me her number. So I left, I went back home. So I sat on my bed. So I wanted to call her, nimueleza I'm staying at so and so place, come. So while I was sitting there, I was asking myself a question. Before niende nimuite akuje kwangu, meaning she was with another man. So I remember the scripture in the Bible that whosoever sleeps with a harlot, okay, you become one flesh with them. So meaning you become a harlot, even you too. Yeah, I remember. Nikwe harlot mimi Victor. Mbano, not me. I will not do that thing. I will not go. Nilijaribu, my friend. Being a sex addict is a disease. Is a disease. If you don't control it, that thing can mess your life. I've seen it messing my friends. Sex addict. So it continued like that until I was laid hands on, and that urge left me. Nilikuwa na talent. It's called a talent ya kulala na mademu. Ilikuwa talent, gift. And that thing destroyed my life completely. I was living in one square and nilikuwa naishi tu place moja. Nothing. I'm not moving forward. So life became unbearable for me. Things were not working on the left, on the right. Things were not working because of the sinful nature that I was in. Things were not working for me. Okay? Things were not working. Until one day, God punished me with gonorrhea. Ilinikula for the first time in life. My friend, that thing is sweet. Unajikuna. Too sweet. Na ukitoa mkono after 10 minutes, unawashwa kama kitu kingine. Inisifu nisema ni gonorrhea. That thing nilijikuna. Na ilipata kama sasa hizo nimetoka church mahali on Sunday. Nikaenda kwa huyo msichana. Nikaenda kwa huyo day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nikaanza kujikuna. These were bad. Bam, my friend. If you are unanielewa kama uko kwa shoes kama yangu, please stop it. But all in all, I don't advocate for that kind of life. It was a bad life. Nowadays, I'm a changed man. And I'm transformed. I left that kind of life. Now I'm a pastor. And I have my own church in Kayole. It's called the Rock Ministries International. So the reason why I'm giving out this testimony is to help somebody who is addicted to something. Are you addicted to alcohol? Are you addicted to sex? Are you addicted to fornication? Are you addicted in stealing? Are you addicted in not tithing even in church? Are you addicted in many things? Are you addicted? I want to help your life that there is an expiry date to everything that you do. Okay? There is an expiry date on everything that you do. So no matter what, Ladies are beautiful outside there. There is an expiry date for that thing. There is a day that you will stand and stop it. There is an expiry date. So one thing that you should do, put your focus on God. Make sure that you are a friend of God. Make sure that you fall into the precepts of God, so that Mungu abadilishe life yako. Unaona? God changed my life. God transformed me. Unaona? Kama ni kusema ni wasichana wangapi, if they line up, there are too many that can accuse me of bad things that I did to them. Many of them. Paka mabibi za watu, they will accuse me. But I repented because of that kind of life. And I told God, God have mercy upon me. This is not kind of my life. This is not kind of life that I'm supposed to live. It is not good. Praise God. It is not good to live that kind of life. I'm sharing my life story to change somebody's life. Okay? Haijalishi ya kwamba unatoka kwa familia yenye ulidharauliwa. People neglected you. People hated you. Nobody accepted you. Nobody welcomed you into their houses. Always have strong faith that there is something that God will do in your life that will surprise them. God is a God of possibilities. God can change you again. God can transform your life. Okay? God can transform your life. So me, I did these things in the name of I'm revenging towards a God. Kumbe sikuwa najua ya kwamba I'm yoking myself into sexual sin that would come to destroy my life in future. I didn't know that one day naweza kuja nishikwe na vitu kama gonorrhea. I didn't know. That thing ilinikula, vitu zingine za yellow hivi zinatoka. I hated myself. Na zinanuka. I hated myself. So from that time I stopped that nonsense. I stopped that nonsense kabisa. Completely I stopped that nonsense. And I decided to live right. I decided to slow down on those things and live right. So I want to encourage somebody tonight that what kind of an addiction are you in? What kind of an addiction are you in? What is it that is taking your time? Are you addicted to your phone? Are you addicted to movies? Are you addicted to your boyfriend? Are you addicted to reading magazine? Are you addicted to traveling so much? Are you addicted in which way? There is hope for your tomorrow. There is hope. There is hope. So there is a way that you can work out and this addiction will stop. So me, I stopped it by listening to a man of God who advised me and told me this thing that you are doing will finish you one day. And if I was not careful, it could have finished me completely. It could have finished me. I know many of you are asking questions. Kama nilijipima 100%, I am very negative. I'm negative. Nimepimwa mara kadhaa. I stopped that nonsense kitambo. So nimepimwa mara kadhaa. I'm okay. I'm 100% fine. I don't have diseases in my. Sijawahi gonjeka. Nikigonjekanga labda nikahoma kidogo ya 2 days imeisha. Niko tu sawa 100%. But the kind of life that I was living in was pathetic. Let me call it pathetic. It was bad. It was not a good life. So guys, let me wind up that part 1. There is part 2 that is coming. This was another second phase of life. This is called a second phase of life. So after that second phase of life, there is a third phase of life. Okay, so it's a pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3. Okay, but they resound the same, but different characters and different stories. So guys, make sure that you continue subscribing. Make sure that you continue liking these videos. Make sure that you share. Make sure that you hit the notification bell that any moment I post a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And guys, kindly don't just watch, subscribe. Kindly support my channel. Support me, guys. Support me. I'll be giving you easy mambo moto that will help you. Okay? So guys, I love you all. Continue praying for me. continue standing together with me. And guys, tafadhali mkuji church Kayole pale Kodongo Market Kayole 1. You are all welcome, and make sure that you bring a friend to bring a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend, and make sure that they come and they will see the salvation of God in that place, and God will surely bless your life. So guys, stay tuned to more and more of this kind of stories, and God will surely bless you. I love you. Bye.